Close to that, maybe. And we are live. Possibly. I think we're live. We might be live. And I believe that if we are live, I won't know for at least another 30 seconds to a minute. I believe that is what the delay is, more or less. Good evening, good gentles. I am David Anthony, the Foxy Bard. And she's Twig. I don't know if you could hear that. Or maybe it was just me. Maybe I'm hearing it in my head. I'm not sure what reality is anymore. Are you now? She says she's a figment of my imagination. Again, I don't know if you can hear it. I know that I can hear it. But assuming that she is not a... Oh, no, hey, Clifton heard it too. You're not a figment. Ha. She says she is. I don't... Oh, sorry. So apparently, Clifton, she is also a figment of your imagination. Sorry about that. Don't know how she does that. That is for a figment. I mean, I didn't know figments could be that talented outside of Disneyland. So we're on a show today, aren't we? Cooking with Foxy. That's what it is. That is our show, Cooking with Foxy. Ron also hears you. You're also a figment. How many people are you a figment of the imagination of you slutty figment, you? How many? 40? Well, I guess that's a good enough answer. I can agree with that answer. I can accept that answer. 42. Good gentles all, I'm David Anthony the Foxy Bard. The figment in all of our imaginations is Twig. Oh, good. Now she has graduated to visual hallucination.
I couldn't find my good bandana, so now I'm stuck with this obnoxiously yellow one.
I was wondering why it was taking you so long to find a bandana.
Well, that's why.
That's why.
You put all my bandanas in the laundry, didn't you?
Maybe. Not all of them, obviously. I missed that one.
It's because I have this one locked away in the anti-Foxy safe.
I see. That's good to know. It is. I'm glad to know that there is an anti-Foxy safe.
There is an anti-Foxy safe.
I'm also going to zoom in on the comments a little bit so I can see it slightly better. Because I'm going blind. It's all right. And Gunvid, by the way, insists that they are, in fact, all figments of our imagination. Which...
No, I've been in the figment business for 35 years.
Maybe that was all a figment.
No, it wasn't.
This is turning into an M. Night Shyamalan film very quickly.
Who's the real figment?
M. Night Shyamalan, obviously.
It turns out the strawberries were the figment the whole time.
The friends we made along the way. No.
Panther.
Panther was the figment?
Panther was the figment.
Panther, like, all right, very well then. Very well. So, good gentles all, welcome to Cooking with Foxy. If you're just wandering in, do feel free to click the like below so that the YouTube algorithm likes me more. If you like me, the YouTube algorithm will like me. Today, good gentles all, I have a confession to make.
Confess though, sinner.
I am just a little bit on edge.
I think all of us
I think
are.
we're all just a
little
on edge. And so, because we're all on edge, I think that now it's time to do some Hobbit cookery.
Yeah,
from our Hobbit.
We live in the Shire.
We can pretend we're in the Shire and we're hobbits. I mean, I can't pretend I'm a hobbit. I'm 6'4". But I can pretend that I am I don't know. What?
A gnome.
Are gnomes 6'4"?
You could be David the gnome.
For those of you who grew up in the early 90s.
I didn't, but I happen to know that show.
Because I showed it to you, that's why.
You did show it to me, and also I remembered it because I was like, wouldn't it be funny if David was David the gnome? I think that you should cosplay as David the gnome. Very
well. I was going to say that I'm Tom Bombadil's cousin, but...
Yeah, are you Goldberry?
Maybe. Is that someone who's mentioned by name?
Yes.
In the literature?
She's Tom Bombadil's wife.
Oh, Tom Bombadil, his wife, and it's Goldberry.
Goldberry.
Is she there or is she just spoken of?
No, she's there.
She's there. I have a confession to make.
Confess that, sinner.
I have not actually read the entirety of the trilogy.
Well, apparently.
I usually get like to the second chapter and fall asleep.
Well, obviously, because that's like one of the first chapters in Fellowship.
I know. I'm a terrible, terrible nerd. I really am. I am.
It's all right.
I'm a sad person.
Fine. But also, I have a headcanon. I know that Goldberry has like a history that Tolkien like outlined and put in books and stuff. But I always thought since the time that I first read the book, I had a headcanon that she was like a former like lap dancer who just wanted to and she like got sick of the scenes, so she like went out into the woods and met this weirdo Tom Bombadil, and then they got married. That's my headcanon.
That's your headcanon.
That's my headcanon.
I must ask, what sort of textual evidence do you have to support this headcanon, if any?
I don't know. I just kind of felt it.
You just kind of felt it. I mean, I can live with that. All of Christianity is based on that version of interpretation.
It just kind of struck me as that kind of couple, you know?
They just struck you that way.
Yeah.
You know, I can.
You ever meet like a couple where you kind of
can stand that.
That one of them is just.
Did I use that word right?
What did you say?
I can stand that.
Oh.
Did I use that word correctly?
Kind of.
Kind of. Not exactly. I didn't use it correctly at all, did I?
Not really.
Yeah. Let's tell them what we're cooking.
We're cooking the strawberries and cream bread.
Yes, we are cooking the strawberries and cream bread from the meal of luncheon, because we all need just a little bit more. We're not just doing strawberries and cream bread, by the way. We are also today going to be making a mountain flower tea, I believe it's called. Is that correct?
Red mountain flower tea.
Red mountain flower tea from the Skyrim cookbook, because it really doesn't matter that much which fantasy universe it is, as long as it's not this one. And
we were like, this probably would go good with tea. So
indeed.
Why don't we make some tea?
Yeah, I think the cake would go well with tea. And in addition, we've got our Blackbriar mead, which first began fermenting, which is right above my head. Over, yeah, right there.
It's back there.
It's right there. It's right back there. We've got our Blackbriar mead, which I don't know if you can see from there, but it is no longer bubbling, which means that it is done. And we just need to filter it out and try it out.
Course, as long as you want.
Yes, you can age. With any of these meads, you can age them. But in the meantime, let's work on this strawberry and cream bread, so we can just enjoy the strawberry creamy sugary goodness of it. So first thing, of course, we're going to do is get out the beer.
I broke them all. Sorry.
Better not have.
The look on your face.
I know. I was mildly terrified for just a second there.
Also, we still have more of this. So
we still have more of what?
We still have more of this eggnog.
Oh, we still have more of Washington's eggnog.
More Washington's eggnog.
So
this one was popular, so we made it for our friends.
Yes, indeed, it was, and you know what? In honor of General Washington, a toast to the Republic.
And the warning against
it's
the two-party
still
system.
there. Yeah, he warned us. He bloody warned us that the two-party system would be the end of the Republic. But it's all right. It's all right.
Neighbors.
It's all right.
We still have neighbors.
Ah.
We can't scream that loud.
To General Cassandra Washington.
Cassandra?
It was Cassandra, right? The prophet that no one listened to?
I don't know.
I'm not making this up, I promise. It's a thing.
I don't know.
For you at home, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Cassandra was the Greek prophetess who had a curse on her that no one would ever believe what she said.
Cassandra Washington?
No!
Oh!
Not Cassandra Washington. Right.
I think you're probably right.
Very
Cassandra
good.
Washington just sounds like
I know. It sounds
some
like
lady who lives in Maryland.
It sounds like one of Washington's great grand nieces or something.
Yep.
Who lives in Maryland somewhere. That sounds about right.
Work with me. That goes into the bread now.
No, take it out. I do not want a bottle cap in my bread.
That's what makes it good.
Good gentles all, here at, and yes, Ron, you do see Sweet Baby Jesus, because good gentles, and we should sing some songs from the Lord of the Rings, by the way.
We already know a couple.
We have a couple. But we do.
But you know, we can save that for a live music show.
Well, yes, we do have Saturday night at 9 o'clock and Sunday at 2 in the afternoon, Eastern American time. So tune in and we'll start doing some more Lord of the Rings. Loader? Is that how it's meant to be pronounced?
I don't know. I mean, that's how I pronounce it.
Loader?
Loader. Lord of the Rings.
Well, I know that.
Oh, okay.
I get that you are pronouncing a. It's just that in English you generally don't pronounce acronyms. I mean, that is a thing that you do in other languages,
well,
but not in English. I mean, you are allowed to do that. It is living very well.
I'm doing it.
Very well.
I'm doing it.
I was coming to a point a moment ago.
Well,
right.
I'm going to introduce the beer.
Yes, that was the point, by the way.
So we're doing Sweet Baby Jesus. We thought it looked cool and it tastes like peanut butter, so we're doing it.
So saith the label. All right, let's give this a try. Sweet Baby Jesus, peanut butter, chocolate, porter.
Oh, it's good. It's very tasty. I don't see Scooter out in the audience tonight, but I'm pretty sure he told us about this once. You like that?
I feel better. Oh, do I feel better? Good gentles all, for our strawberry cream bread, as you can see, the first step that I'm doing right now, and is taking a great deal of time,
is chopping the strawberries.
Chopping up the strawberries, but at least I got plenty of banter to cover it up, which I can call entertainment.
You probably should have done this beforehand.
Well, I did do it beforehand.
But then you put it in another...
But then I put it in another thing in the oven. Because that's how you do things beforehand in a way that theoretically makes it so that you might actually do the thing in under an hour.
Yep.
Oh, come on. It's possible. I have faith in myself. Right? What?
We're going to do that this time, right?
We're gonna do it. This
we're going to do it. Well, we've already burned through 10 minutes.
And the strawberries are chopped. 10 minutes.
Are we good?
We're good.
We're good. Here.
So, first thing we're going to do is pull the book out. So that way somebody can read off the ingredients. That would be useful. Why are the books in each other?
Well, they're remaining.
What am I supposed to get out of that? A pamphlet?
It's all right. A hybrid Hobbit and Skyrim cookbook.
It could be a Hobbit hybrid Skyrim. Let me say that again. It could be a hybrid Hobbit Skyrim cookbook. There we are. Strawberries. You go into your little bowl over here.
Am I reading the ingredients on this?
Not yet. So first, well, I mean, you are going to read the ingredients, but in order. But I will let you know when I come to it. So, I know where I am. Use your knife as a spoon. Trust me, it works. There we are. You go here.
Ah, you got the form of curry. Hooray.
You don't have to worry about it. What? Who got the form of curry?
Agricolatare.
Oh, yes. Yes, we have done a few recipes from the form of curry, although we do not actually have the form of curry. Rather, we took recipes from a medieval cookbook that has examples in it from the form of curry, as well as Good Man of Paris and a number of other sources. So, set those over here for a moment. Because, in order to make your strawberry and cream bread, you're first going to have to mix your dry ingredients.
Dry? Just dry?
Let's start with the dry ingredients anyway.
Okay, what do you need?
You're going to need flour.
Oh, okay. You're going to need 2 cups of flour.
2 cups of flour.
2 cups of flour. All the flour.
All the flour.
The flour.
The flour.
And now you're going to
baking powder.
2 teaspoons. 2 tisps.
2 tisps of baking powder.
All right, we got the flour, we got the tisps. Now we need
salt.
Well, a half tisp.
A half tisp of salt. And then you mix those together.
Whisk, whisk, whisk.
Whisk, 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 whisk. And that's the easiest part right there, because now that's pretty much, there we go. And we've got our dry ingredients all in one bowl. I'm going to bring this back just a wee bit. No, I'm going to bring the camera down a wee bit. Actually, can you do that since you're right there? Can you tilt the camera down just a wee bit? Very good. Except you actually have to tilt the camera.
Oh, well, you tilt the camera.
Very well.
If you know how to do it so well.
There.
Okay. All right, now what?
Yes, you are going to have to look up interpolations because a lot of the ingredients are guesswork.
Interpolations? ingredients.
As like in how many stuff of much you're going to use, how much of stuff
like
you're going to use.
That word.
That is a good word.
It's a good word.
Because like the former curry will say, you know, use enough sugar. How much is enough? Mm-hmm.
Use your heart.
Use your heart.
We're big fans of use your heart in medieval times. Anyways, what do we do now?
Andrew apparently just got the Skyrim cookbook for Christmas.
Yay!
That's
now
nice.
you can look at our backlogs of the
Indeed.
thingy and
So-
make them.
So we've got our dry ingredients over there. And now we need to mix our wet ingredients. So we've got
Were you ever going to add sugar to that, or did
What?
you do that?
the sugar, oddly enough, in this case is a wet ingredient. We're going to treat it like one.
Okay.
Usually sugar is a dry ingredient, but we're going to treat our sugar as though it is a wet ingredient for the purpose of this recipe. So, eggs.
2 eggs.
2 eggs.
I'm going to crack the other one.
Very well.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it well.
You're going to do it? You're going to do it
Watch,
well. I
perfecting
have
my
faith in you.
master skills.
I have faith in you.
Well, I got a little on the table,
That's all right.
but I did it.
That's all right.
Do you want to eat an eggshell?
No. You can put that. No. I don't eat eggshells.
Do you want to eat it?
Do you want to push me hard enough? I will frickin' yes and you into next week. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Do you want to beat those?
No, you can do it.
Well, actually, I was going to do something, unless you want to do the other thing.
No.
All right, we're going to have a choice of things. All right, you get. Is it on your finger anymore?
No, it's on your finger.
Very well. Scooch for just a moment whilst I open up the freezer. Now, in that freezer...
Beat the eggs.
What?
I'm beating the eggs.
Very well. Now, in that freezer, you'll notice there is a cheese grater. Can you pass me the cheese grater that is
Why
in the
is there
freezer?
a cheese grater in the freezer?
Because I heard that chilling it will help.
What?
There is also some butter in there. Can you read off how much butter that is?
It's going to be half a cup.
Half a cup of butter.
Half a
So,
cup.
good gentle soul, someone suggested to me that if I grate the butter, it will in fact make it easier to beat in with all of the stuff. And that if I freeze it before I grate it, that will make it easier. It might make it even easier if I put this glove on so I don't cut my fingers.
Yay!
Because I got this
We
for
got
a reason.
Glove.
We got a glove, but
We
it's
got a glove.
resistant to the
It's
grater.
a cut-resistant glove.
Apparently, so says Luscious, sugar is almost always considered a wet ingredient,
Go fig.
except for powdered sugar. Which I can understand that given the consistency of powdered sugar. Powdered as it is.
It's
So,
being powdered and all.
indeed, it's being powdered and all. Go ahead and keep beating that so it looks like you're doing something.
I just washed the thing.
Why did you wash the
I thought it was being efficient.
you
But apparently you want
To be fair, you are being efficient,
Here,
but now
I'll do-
I don't look efficient.
Well, I'll do this. So
You're gonna. Okay, fair enough. That actually works in our line of work. Drinking is actually considered
this counts as being
efficiency.
efficient.
This does count as being efficient.
Yeah, grate that butter.
I am gonna grate that butter.
Grate that butter.
Do you find that amusing? Is that how we're gonna work this? That you're just gonna sing about
Foxy
grating the
grates
butter?
He grates it every day.
Okay, keep going.
Foxy grates the butter. So he did make clay.
What? I mean, if you're going by literal understanding of the Bible, the point of that is.
Foxy grates the butter.
Okay,
He
all right.
considers it play.
He considers it play. All right. What
Foxy
sort of
grates
play?
the butter. He also shouts out nay.
Mm.
It's not a nay.
Well, it's not a nay, then what is it?
No, you're supposed to do an accurate nay.
Is that an accurate nay?
It's more of a bray.
That's more of a bray. Is it
What?
more of a bray than a nay?
It's more
Good
of a-
evening, Mark, and welcome to the Silliness and the Madness.
Hello.
If you are just wandering in and you enjoy this sort of silliness and madness, then feel free to leave a like. So that way, the YouTube algorithm will know that my silliness and madness is appreciated.
I love that you braid at the same time as someone named a sheep commented. You summoned the sheep.
I have summoned the sheep. All I had to do...
I told you it was more of a bray than an A.
There, if you insist that it is more of a bray than a nay, then I suppose I will just have to accept that I bray rather than nay. Which means, of course, you know what that means.
You can't stay.
Yes. What I was going
I
to
could
say
teach
is
you
it
how to
means...
grate butter, but you'd have to pay. Got a million of them. Actually, I don't. That was my last one.
All right, very good. I was going to say that it implies I'm a jackass because jackasses bray more than horses. Horses neigh. Horses neigh, jackasses bray. By saying that I bray, then you're saying I'm a jackass, which is true.
All right. A little cliche, but all right.
A little cliched, but yeah, but true. But true. I believe this thing is just about finished grating. I'm just going to take this last bit over here and try to mush it into a ball in my hand. It's a good thing I'm wearing a glove, otherwise this would be very icky very quickly.
Wash that glove.
So be it. It'll go in with all of your bandanas.
Well, try to get the butter off.
I'm trying to get the butter. Oh, right. After when I put it in. Very good. All right, here. Just let me just kind of attach it to that ball there. And then, just squish it all together.
Are you going to grate your balls?
I'm going to grate my ball. Yes.
Grate the balls.
Singular.
Grate
I only got one.
Oh, you should go to a doctor about that.
Why do you think I only have one?
Did the doctor take your
other... The doctor took the other ball.
What is he doing with it?
I don't know.
Why did you take your ball?
I think it might be on display at the Smithsonian.
Ew.
I know.
That's kind of gross.
It is. It's not kinda.
At least you
can
go visit it.
I could go visit it if I so chose. But it just brings back bad memories. What?
Maybe you should try to reconnect with your ball.
Maybe I should. All right. I think we're good. You are going to go in the sink, I suppose. Not sure where else to put this glove.
Why don't you put it in... Fine, put it in the sink. Put it in the sink. You dirty animal!
Great balls of fire. I like it. I feel like someone made that joke before. The last time that I had grating involved in a thing that I was doing.
How often do you grate balls?
I grate balls a lot more often than most people have any right to, frankly.
That's okay.
All right.
What are we doing now?
All right.
Put that in the sink.
So we're gonna put that in the sink.
Don't put hot water on it, or else it'll explode.
That's not how it works. Which one of these is mine?
That one.
That
the one that's been decimated in a mere few minutes. Two can play at this game.
Sweet baby Jesus. It's tasty.
I failed.
And it's tasty, and it makes me feel better about reality for a bit. Can you pass me another one?
Oh my gosh, you're just crushing him tonight, aren't you?
I've only gone through one.
Well, I mean, you've only gone through one, but it's only been 10 minutes.
Has it? Was it 10 minutes into the show when we brought out the beer?
Yes.
We brought out the beer 10 minutes into the show? My goodness, what's wrong with this?
I don't know.
The beer should come out within the first 2 minutes. That's how it should be. That's how it always should go. Oh, well. All right.
And so it shall be.
Our butter.
World without end.
It's grated.
Amen. Get it out of the grater, too.
I know.
Here,
do you want to help?
Fine. Ew. Ew. Okay, I have a better idea. I have a better idea. Ew.
Here, let me grab this.
No,
was that your idea?
No, it was a chopstick.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to have to use this spoon eventually anyway. Right, you go in here. And yeah, here. We've got...
Butter.
Scrape it up
Why do we have to grate the butter?
So that way it will mix in easier. That was the suggestion that I had gotten.
It looks like cheese.
Someone suggested to me, I received a suggestion. Someone, however you want to phrase it, the point is that a person gave me the notion that if I were to grate the butter, then it would be easier to mix into things.
Who gave you that suggestion?
I don't remember.
When did they give you that suggestion?
A couple weeks ago?
Were you talking about strawberries and cream bread?
No. We were doing another thing with butter. What were we doing with butter? What did we do last week?
We use butter in everything.
We use butter in a lot of things.
Butter in a lot of things.
But something like a couple weeks ago, we were making a thing, and it involved butter. And someone suggested that if we were to grate the butter beforehand, it would make the mixing of the butter easier. And I'm going to see if that's going to work.
Bread, faster.
Sure, why not? All right, 2 eggs. How much butter? Read off of there.
I just read the butter. It's half a cup.
Half a cup of butter. promise
is.
that's a half a cup.
Now.
All right, and sugar. How much sugar?
That's a crap ton of sugar.
That is a crap ton of sugar.
It's 1 cup of sugar.
That is 1 cup of sugar.
An entire cup of sugar.
A cup of
this
sugar.
Cookbook is not good for us.
No, it's not. Where did my whisk go?
Oh, I washed it.
All right, where is it?
I washed
Oh,
it.
there it is.
I washed it.
Very good. Let's start mixing this.
Because I thought you'd be using it again, so I decided to be a good Samaritan.
You know what? I'm glad that you were good on your Samaritan
I'm
nights.
a good Samaritan.
I'm glad that you are a good
I
Samaritan.
got an A in Samaritan.
Now, if you will look in for me, the first couple of lines, I believe. So in this cup, in this bowl rather, I should have sugar, eggs, and butter. Am I correct?
Yep.
And in the other bowl, I should have flour, baking powder, and salt. Am I correct?
And what?
Salt.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Good.
And then you
By the way, it is mixing better.
Hooray!
It was correct. That was correct.
It totally wasn't Lush who told you to do that either, was it?
It wasn't? She did not. She didn't say it. It wasn't Lush, actually. I recall it not being Lush.
Oh, okay. Right.
Andrew apparently has been testing his wet ingredients as well. And he's already forgotten what we're making.
It's
So
actually from the Hobbit cookbook.
it's actually from the Hobbit
But
cookbook.
one of the other recipes we're doing is from the Skyrim cookbook.
Yes.
But that's the tea we're gonna make. Also, I like the next thing.
The what, Emily? Well, next comes the strawberries, right?
The strawberries.
Strawberries. So you got how many strawberries? I believe it's a cup and a half.
It is a cup and a half.
So a cup and a half of strawberries.
Cup and a half of strawberries.
And your strawberries. And this is a tiny, cozy kitchen, you have noticed.
Yeah, it's tiny, and one could call it cozy, I guess, if
Indeed.
you count the fact that it gets super duper hot when the stove is on.
Oh, it'd be true. So this is a cup and a half of strawberries, which translates to 7 to 9 strawberries, depending on how big your strawberries are.
If you've got
So,
leafy strawberries.
so shall we put the strawberries in?
Put them in.
Let's put the strawberries in.
Eee.
And while I am... More strawberries. There we are. You can go in here, actually. Yeah, let's go.
Just put it there.
Ah!
That works.
That works.
That works.
All right, now while I'm mixing this, the next thing that needs to go in are the almonds.
Almonds.
So if you reach under there, immediately under me, you'll find the almonds.
Bryce. First time watching our live streams.
Oh, lovely.
Would you believe that we're musicians?
My goodness, yes, we are musicians. Don't put them in yet. Don't put them in yet. No, because there's another thing under there. The herb chopper. Grab the herb chopper.
We're gonna chop them.
Yes.
With an herb chopper.
Yes, it
Why?
works. I tried it.
Okay.
I tried it and it works.
All right.
A number of the almonds are going to go flying, but it works.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
It's all right. Not all of the almonds, only a couple of them.
Yeah.
So the recipe calls for chopped onions. We have sliced onions.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't call for
Almonds. The recipe calls.
Add some onions to your.
The recipe calls for chopped almonds.
Surprise your friends with
Surprise your
onions.
friends with a strawberry cream and onion bread. Let's not do that. All right. So
you know, it's not okay. A lot of them are going flying. Oh my goodness! Ah!
it's working though. It's working
Yep, there's
because the recipe does
there's
call.
just a lot of
for-
almonds on the floor now.
It's all right. Flour, onions, flour, carrots, flour, almonds, flormans, flormans,
Where's the
flormans.
Flormans?
So yes, if this is your first time here, or even if you're just wondering, and feel free to like and subscribe so that the YouTube algorithm likes me. At least I hope the YouTube algorithm will like me. I hope the YouTube algorithm will like me. I can word. Why do I have a hard time wording?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think it might be because you're like Pippin, in which you smoke too much Old Toby.
Do I now?
Yep.
I don't think there's such a thing as too much Old Toby.
That's it's spoken exactly like Pippin.
Yummy. How are the chopped almonds coming?
They're being chopped.
They're being chopped?
I can tell you that much.
They don't need to be chopped that fine, by the way.
Well, I'm doing it
You
so
do-
that it's uniform.
You know what? I'm not going to.
Then you shouldn't have given it to old Chopper McGee Twig.
Twig Chopper McGee? Or Chopper
Yes.
McGee Twig?
No, Twig, and then in quotation marks, Chopper McGee.
Very well. And Mark, by the way, says that I word very goodly. So, yeah.
You're very goodly.
I word very goodly.
Very goodly.
I'm going to just keep stirring this while you're chopping. It helps the butter to incorporate.
What's your middle name, Foxy?
What?
What's your middle name?
What is my middle name?
Yeah.
V.
You stole my joke. How dare you?
Did I?
Yes. That's Panther's middle name.
Very well. All right, put the commas in the almonds. Put the almonds in this thing right here.
Me?
Yeah. Let's mix the almonds. Give it texture.
Oh wait, you forgot this almond.
Now, there's one other thing that goes in here before we move to the solid ingredients.
Is it love?
Well, I started putting that in at the very beginning. That's unspoken.
No, you gotta put it in yourself. Watch. There.
That's what your love looks like.
What does yours look like?
Well, it doesn't look like vomit.
Well, put your love in there then. You haven't actually put it in. Wow, you have a weird way of doing it. Okay, that's enough love.
Pass me the cream. It's under there.
Oh,
Just reach under and grab it, and you'll get some cream. All right, we got cream. Tell them how much cream we're putting in there.
We're putting in a half a cup.
A half a cup of cream. All right, pour in that half cup.
What? What do you mean? What?
Put it in.
Did you put the wrong amount in before? Did you think it said a cup and a half?
No. I did my math right. Just pour it in.
What did you do?
Well, I'm going to assume that it's going to work.
What is it? How much
Nothing.
did you put in? I'm gonna withhold until.
Closer to a full cup.
Oh, that's not that bad.
All right.
It'll just be super creamy.
It'll be super creamy. It's all right.
Wait, is that what in this right now? Couldn't
What?
I theoretically just stop pouring it?
No, pour it all in.
Why?
I don't know. So that way it'll be the same as the one that's already in the oven.
But what if that one's terrible?
Well, then we'll have two terrible. It won't be terrible. It'll just be extra creamy.
Stir, boys.
I'm
stir.
stirring.
Stir.
I'm stirring.
Stir it more.
I'm stirring.
Stir it
I'm
more.
stirring.
More. Stir it. Put some elbow grease in
I mean,
here.
I was honestly afraid because we didn't actually have quite enough because I thought it was 1 cup. So there's actually like 2/3 of a cup in there, rather than half a cup. There's a little extra cream. It'll be fine.
A little extra.
It'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's
Here,
fine. Everything's fine.
Except for the fact that we're gonna have so many dishes. All right, fine.
It's fine.
We do it.
All right. So now we take our dry ingredients. Grab that. I'm gonna wash that.
It looks like funfetti was spilled on our floor.
I know. I'm gonna have to wash that too.
Well, get it now.
I'm getting it now.
Get it now.
I'm getting it now.
Get it.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it. How much more of it do you want me to? You know what? It's my own fault. It's my own fault. I can live with that. I can accept that.
2 blowjob jokes this one session alone.
This is great. This is great. I'm loving my work. I love my
We're
job.
making strawberries and cream bread.
Well, I guess there had to be a few dirty jokes sooner or
We're
later.
making soup.
The scientist is here.
The soup is done.
That's not soup. Add the fleur. Add the blur.
A little at a time.
A little at a time.
All right. Okay.
Just start putting it in there. Very good. Very good. Yeah, there we go. But not on the table though. I want it in the bowl. In the bowl.
The table needed some love.
Very well. Very well. The table shall have love.
You want more? You want more?
Yes.
Yeah. You want my love?
I want your love.
You want my loving?
I want your loving.
Romance. Oh wait, no, that's not the line.
Something like that.
We could have a roast strawberry and cream bread.
I like those lyrics. They're better than the other ones.
We could be the next Lady Gaga.
We could.
Except that we bake.
We're the baking Gaga. Or Lady Baker? I don't know.
Lady Baker?
Lady and Lord Baker. We can be... just put the rest of the flour in there.
Yeah.
There's some more flour. All right.
More flour.
Very good.
More flour.
Good, gentle soul. Good, gentle soul. If you enjoy the show that you are seeing, then you may feel free to like and subscribe to our channel for more content. Also, you can become a patron on patreon.com/thefoxybard, where for a mere price of money per month, you can have a say in what we're going to cook. Today's dish was chosen by the patrons. They decided on strawberry and cream bread, and I'm glad they did, because I'm looking forward to this. This is smelling very fruity.
It does smell very fruity.
It has a very fruity smell to it.
It's a fruity bouquet.
Indeed, I like it. All right, so this batter is just about done. Just about ready. There's chunks in there, but those chunks are the strawberries and the almonds, which is kind of what we want. We want chunks of strawberries and almonds. Very good. Now, I think that we are about ready to put that into the pan. The pan is underneath you, and it is hot in here. I'm good. I'm just going wet.
Do you want to open the window?
No, I'm fine. Good, gentle soul. By the way, you should preheat your oven to 350 degrees. As you can tell, we've already done that. It's hot in here.
It's very hot in here. This was very cozy.
Indeed. So, we are now going to take our pan. This is right here. This is our pan.
A big ass.
And you're going to want to butter your pan. Now, shall we butter the pan with butter, or shall we use a spray butter?
I use a spray.
We're going to use a spray butter. We're going to use a spray butter. You can just use regular butter and just butter, but sticking them up.
Closer to your, not above the beer.
Not above the beer.
Okay.
Over here.
Whee!
Get the sides. Get all the sides. Are we good?
Yep.
Are we good?
It's
Good.
well buttered.
We are well buttered. Let's get our batter into our butter, and the butter of the batter of the pan with the buttered batter. Get that batter in the butter.
Oh, it smells buttery.
It does smell buttery. It's supposed to smell buttery.
It smells very buttery.
It smells very buttery.
It smells very buttery.
Yes, the spray butter smells like butter, which is what one would expect from a spray butter.
A spray butter.
If it didn't spray like butter and didn't smell like, if the spray butter did not smell like butter, then I would be rather upset.
What episode is this?
25, I think.
Wow, damn. We've
I
been doing
think
this for a while.
we have been doing this for a while. I believe that this is episode 25. That sounds right.
And we started in July, so we've been doing this for like 6 months now. It's crazy.
Dang.
It's crazy. Are you having an existential crisis?
I don't know. I just never thought that I'd be this consistent about anything.
Aww, you're consistent about food.
Yay. All right. We got our batter into our...
Okay.
Yeah. We'll take care of that eventually. All right. Push the button. Push the button.
I don't know.
The one on the right. The one on the right. Just push it. Just push it.
I don't know.
Just push it.
Why?
Because otherwise it'll do it again.
Okay, we got it.
I don't know who they are and I don't care.
Alright, well, that's a thing.
Let it be a thing. If it's a delivery, they'll leave it at the door.
Yeah.
Is this mine?
Yes.
Yep.
Yours is somehow the one with less. Wait, no, mine's the one with less in it. Okay, yes.
All right. Now, open the oven. Actually, let's move this forward a bit.
Get out of the way, yes.
Indeed. Now open the oven. And we put this into our oven. Oh my. And that goes in there for 45 minutes to an hour, which is a long time. And would be a long time to wait. Except I put another one in there.
Wow.
About 40 minutes ago.
So resourceful.
I know. At the top of the show, just before we started the show, I made up another batter of butter. No, I made up another batch of batter, is what I meant to say.
You made a batter of
I made a batch of butter batter. A better batter. It might be better batter. This might be the better batter. But it was the first batter, which may not make it better, but it makes the first batter. And that batch of batter is in the oven 40 minutes ago, which means it should be ready in about 5 minutes.
Cool.
So yeah, 5 to 15 minutes.
Well, let's get some.
Depending on, I took a quick look at it. It actually looks like it needs about like 10 minutes more.
Tea.
Tea! Let's make some tea. Let's make some tea. We're going to make some tea because I think that the tea will go well with the cake.
If you'll excuse me for a hot second so I can check something that I should have checked before the thing.
What are we checking that we should have checked before the thing?
Make sure the thing won't explode.
Wait, what? What may or may not explode? I get that it's a... Which? Never mind. You know, if it explodes, then it explodes. I am... for the last couple of days, let it explode. It's all gonna explode sooner or later with the heat death of the universe. Why not let it come now? No, it's all right. No, it's all right. And you know why it's all right? Because that strawberry and cream pie is bread. Strawberry, yes. Pastry will be done very soon. And yeah. Time does mean nothing anymore. It'd be true. It'd be true. It'd be true. And I believe our first show we actually sang a song while we were waiting for something to cook. But at this point we've got other things that are ready. So we're gonna make a tea. Which means we're gonna need the other cookbook. This is our Skyrim cookbook.
Alright, so it probably won't explode.
I can go with probably. Probably's good enough for me at the moment. I'm going to need this measuring cup at first for me, so I'm going to rinse that off.
Well, now they're going to be disappointed if it doesn't explode.
Well, pull out the thing, whether it explodes or not.
On top of the wet surface? What are you doing?
What? I thought I dried it off.
Oh,
now it's dry. Now it's dry, I see. All right. Pull out the thing.
The recipe?
The thing that may or may not explode.
Oh, that.
I don't think it's going to explode.
I was just worried about heating it up, but I think
it's supposed to be heated up.
Well, you're supposed to be heated up too, but look at what happened to you.
I mean, I'm honestly not sure if you're supposed to heat it up, or if you're supposed to heat up the water and pour the heated water into there. Although it would seem kind of stupid because that would be an extra step.
It would be.
But what do I know?
I mean, we cook in glass.
What?
We cook in the glass.
We do cook in glass all the time, but it's a lot thicker.
Yeah,
that's a thinner glass.
The thing is that it's thin.
I don't think that that's supposed to go on the fire directly. I think that we should instead grab the other thing, the other kettle. Grab the kettle.
Oh, fine.
Grab the kettle. Rather than this explode or crack or char, I don't know. Hold up, I'm going to measure it out. You're not going to, all right, you're just going to fill it up?
Okay, well, fine. Measure it out.
Very well. I'm going to measure it out because the recipe calls for 2 glasses of water. 2 cups of water. Don't know why I said glasses. Other than my brain isn't working. So yeah, there's 2 cups of water. And you know what? Let's put a little more in there. Why not? You were right. I should not have stopped you.
I guess we shouldn't have put the glass on the flame directly.
Aha! Good!
Hooray! My suspicion was correct.
Very good. Very good. All right. Put the cap on that thing. And just put that on the boil. And that'll probably finish boiling by the time the cake is done. Sounds about right. What do you think? Do you think so? What?
I moved.
Oh, does that mean yes?
I don't know.
Very good. All right. How does this work? This thing goes into... I've never used this. It is time for tea time with Twig. Twig, show us how this works.
Well, it's very simple, you see. You just, you take the thing.
Oh, all right. Very good. Very good.
I do how that works.
All right. So, Twig, what are we putting in there?
Well, we're going to put some hibiscus in there.
Hibiscus.
So go get it.
How much hibiscus?
Oh, you already prepared it. Okay.
Yeah, but you still need to tell us how much.
Well, I'm going to tell you how much. There we go. It's going to be half a cup of dried hibiscus.
Half a cup.
Dried.
Of dried hibiscus.
Which you might have to order, but, dried is easier to get than fresh.
And I spilled half of it on the table. That's all right. Actually, it wasn't half. I only spilled a little bit. It's not enough to affect how much it is.
I'm going to get it anyway.
You're going to get it anyway?
I'm going to get some of it.
At least the part that's dry. Very good. Hibiscus. I was one of the theater kids in high school, sort of. I was a techie in high school because the theatre that I was in was cliquish and they would never cast me.
Apparently a lot of them are.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah.
This is true. All right, we'll leave the rest to theirs. And, all right, hi, this is. What is our next thing?
I closed the book like an idiot.
That's all right. Were you a theatre kid in high school?
No, but I got adopted by the weird ones very frequently.
That's good. It's good to get adopted by weird theatre kids.
All right, we need a pinch of Nord spices.
A pinch of Nord spices.
Nord spices.
Which, go ahead and read off the what is in the Nord spices so they know it's in a Nord spice.
Okay, page 23. We should make rustic mustard one of these days.
We should make rusted mustard.
Rustic.
Rusted custard. Mustic custard. Rustic mustard, there we are.
Anyway, it's a tablespoon. No, sorry, 1.5 tablespoons of cardamom, 3.5 teaspoons of cinnamon.
3.5. 3/4.
You're stupid as well.
Here, let me get it.
No.
All right.
It's
I'm
3/4 of a
baby
teaspoon.
Jesus.
3/4. 3/4 of a teaspoon.
Right.
A 4th teaspoon of ground mace, a 4th teaspoon of ground cloves, and an 1/8 teaspoon of ground grains of paradise.
I forgot we put the grains of paradise in there. All right.
I know.
So we got our Nord spices, and there's one other ingredient I believe that goes in there.
Yes, a few slices of peeled fresh ginger.
A few slices, which I'm not sure how much a few is. So let's assume that a few is that much.
A few.
A few.
However much you feel a few is.
Of ginger.
And then you put 2 cups of boiling water.
Which is on its way to the, that'll be boiling soon. Go ahead and put that on the stove over there just to be it out of the way. Because we're still waiting for that water to boil. The fire is on, right? Yeah, yes it is. All right, so I guess this goes on there?
You know, I think that we put this entire part on into the thing.
This isn't, there's not a hole there?
No, not this. Like the whole thing. I feel.
Oh,
like
okay, so this goes into here? Does this go into here?
Yes. What I'm saying is that the herbs should go in after the water. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Well, don't screw it in yet then.
All right, I'll just...
We know what we're doing, sort of.
I'm a professional.
I used to be a barista.
I used to be a rabbinical student.
And I wasn't even at Starbucks. I was like at a fancy third wave shop. And this is how I know. Well, I worked mostly with coffee, so shut up.
Very well. All right, I'm gonna wipe off the table real quick. Open garage. Garbage.
Why haven't we been parking in there this whole time?
I know. Here, let me check on the other one. Oh, it's getting close.
Is it done?
Not quite. Oh, but it smells good. Smell that.
I can smell it from here. It's very
Oh my goodness, it smells fantastic.
It smells very nice.
But it does look like it needs a little bit more time.
We'll give it a little bit more time.
Indeed. Now, theoretically, the way that you test it is you stick something in it and see if it comes out wet.
Well,
But if you've been doing it, eventually we will. But if you've been doing it for, it does not look done. It looks like it still needs time. So I'm going to assume it still needs a bit more time. Probably another 5 minutes, I think. And in the meantime, we've got Blackbriar mead, which we made this about a month ago, or at least started making it about a month ago. Open that up to Blackbriar mead and tell them what's in it.
All right. So it's 6 ounces of crushed blackberries, 1 to 2 tablespoons of dried rose hips, a half teaspoon of dried, but also ground cloves, and 1 cinnamon stick, and a dash of salt.
Except double all of that because we made a gallon of it.
Yeah, double it because that's for a half gallon, but we made a gallon.
All right. Also, honey.
Was there honey in it?
Well, yeah, but it wasn't on there because it was earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So 2 cups of honey, except we
honey.
made it 4. And then 8 cups of boiling water, except it was 4 in there, except we made it 8. 4, 8, whatever, double everything. And then as much water as it takes to fill it up the rest of the way until it's about a couple inches from the top. Don't fill it up too much or it'll bubble over. Cheesecloth. Is there a cheesecloth over there?
No,
I put it over here because I thought ahead of time. Alrighty then. We started brewing this, fermenting this, about a month ago.
Yeah.
That's exactly a month ago, 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And now 'tis time to see how it went. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Oh boy.
if you're smart, you'll use a siphon, which is easier.
Well, we're going to use cheesecloth.
Because we're not smart. Alright, so let's just carefully just pour it in there and hope for... There it is. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, get all that shit in there. Yeah. It doesn't help that I have to go to the bathroom.
It's all right. You go.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean it?
I mean it. You go. Empty that bladder. Release the flood gates. Don't know why I put a pause in between flood and gates, other than I couldn't think of what came after flood quick enough. Right. Keep pouring. Now, again, if you're a smart person, you will get a siphon, and you will let science be your guide. Because as this thing ferments, the yeast and a lot of the gunky stuff settles towards the bottom. And thus, if you get a siphon, it means that you won't have to filter it out. And you'll get a cleaner thing, because we're probably going to have to filter this more than once. It's a good idea. We're also going to find out if this tastes any good. Good gents all. We did 2 other meads before. One was a very basic mead, just honey and water and yeast. And the other was the honey brew mead, which involved apples and ginger and lavender, and thus more sugar. What we discovered was that the mead that was just honey and nothing else ended up tasting a bit too yeasty. Bit like we had fermented it in an old man's sock. And we don't want to do that again. So we realized probably less yeast or more sugar, because here's the thing. The honey brew mead, we used the same amount of honey, same amount of yeast, but we had more sugar in there because there were apples in there. It's all about the sugar to yeast ratio is what we've discovered. And we believe that this batches, the sugar to yeast ratio was a bit too high on the yeast end of things. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll just...
You don't have to just leave then. You can come back and I can talk to you. Here, I'm just going to let that be for a bit. Let that drain for a little while. And let's take a quick look at our bread. See how that's coming. Oh, it's just about done. As is the water's boiling. Everything's coming to a head at once. It's all right. All right. It's all right. It's all right. All right. Let me pull this out of here. How does that look?
That looks good.
That looks good?
That looks done.
That does look done. Although, here, let me close that for a second. There's one way to be certain. Let's take something. I would use a toothpick, but I don't believe I have a toothpick, so let's use a chopstick. And kind of poke it a bit.
Poke it a bit.
Let's poke it a bit.
Poke it a bit.
Oh, this isn't ready.
Oh, it's not ready. Oh,
no, it is
liquidy.
not.
It's very liquidy on the
It is
inside.
very liquidy on the inside.
Oh boy, that needs to go back in.
That's why you check. That's why you double check. That is why you double check. All right.
All right, put it back in then.
So I'm going to put that back in. That might need another 10 minutes, which means we might not be done in an hour. It might go over an hour. But I am almost certain, I'm absolutely certain, in fact, I'm 100% certain that we will be done in less than an hour and a half. It's an improvement, I think. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it'll need that much longer.
It doesn't need that much
And
longer.
I think that we might have to just do a second thingy if it goes too far over.
It's all right. Because this is done, right?
We have tea.
We do have tea. We do have tea indeed.
All right, so
pour the water into here.
Okay.
Let's
I'm
get it.
a little
Okay.
worried
It calls for
about
2
this,
cups.
About this cracking.
Why would you crack? from just the heat of the water?
I guess.
If it's cracking from the heat of the water, then we're doing something very wrong. All right, here, pour it into there first. Because we need 2 cups, right? So pour that into there. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Some of it evaporated.
That's all right. 2 cups. Wow.
You gotta work on your pour.
I know.
You do it too slow.
Put a little bit more in there. Yeah, that's enough. That's good.
What do you mean? But it said 2.
Yeah, this is 2.
Oh.
I have to transfer a little bit more because I spilled a bit.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's
a bit more than a bit. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
No, okay.
Just get that in there.
Is it enough to?
It is not completely submerged.
All right. Well, let's add.
You know
more.
what? Screw it. Add more water.
Let's add more. Take the thing out.
Taking the thing out. Add more water. Just keep pouring it in. Keep going. Just keep going. Just pour it all in. Pour it all. Just pour all of it.
I am. All right. There you go.
All right. And now that goes in.
So that was more like 3 cups.
Probably. But it's steeping rather nicely, so we're just gonna let that sit for a while.
It's a little misleading, actually, because
very misleading.
Is very pungent in its color.
Indeed.
So it'll turn red, like this kind of red, really, really fast. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's done steeping. So don't be fooled.
All right, I think that it's we're getting a situation here where there's too much gunk. You know what I mean?
Well, why didn't you toss out some of the gunk?
You want to toss out some of the gunk?
Toss out some of the gunk.
All right.
Just chuck it. Just chuck it.
Chuck some of the gunk?
Chuck the gunk.
All right, let me pull this cheesecloth out for just a moment.
Squeeze it.
Squeezing it.
Good. Squeeze it good.
Squeezing it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's some good
Squeezing
shit.
it. Yeah. Squeezing it. All right, open the garbage for a moment. Very good. All right, and let's just toss that in there. Not the cheesecloth, just the gunk.
Just the gunk.
Just the gunk. I want to keep using that cheesecloth because it's barely been used. Here we go. And I got my hands all in the gunk. Whatever. Don't care. Pour it in.
Yeah, pour it in.
Pour it in. And for once, I will actually wash a few dishes. Good chances all, if you have enjoyed this show that you have seen here today, then feel free to support us on the Patreon. That is www.patreon.com/thefoxybard, where if you become a patron, then you can vote on what we will be cooking next. The dish that we are cooking today, which is to say the strawberry and cream bread, was chosen by our patrons. And now they will get to see the sweetness and creaminess of the strawberry and cream bread.
Mm-hmm.
Good chances.
And this is why he doesn't do the dishes very often.
Maybe true. Good chances all. You should also know that we are. What happened there?
No, that was just I moved the book, which also moved the little book holder thing.
All right, but did it fall down?
Nope.
All right, if you say so.
It didn't.
There. All right. I believe you. I trust you.
Well, good.
Good.
Good. Alright, if you don't want to do the Patreon thing, then you can also go to the Bandcamp, where you can buy our album, because don't forget, we do make music, and or you can just make a simple donation of whatever amount you want.
I did it again.
Why are you so bad at this?
I don't know.
Why?
Good chances are, if you also like music, we will be doing a music show. We do music shows every week. Saturday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, we do Foxy's Drinking Hour, which involves alcohol, singing, and shenanigans. And then on Sundays at 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern American Time, we have Foxy's Hangover Hour, which involves drinking of caffeine and alcohol and more shenanigans.
I think that you need to operate.
Operate on what?
This.
Oh, you need more of that?
It's clogged.
It's clogged again?
Clogged.
All right, here, let's switch places for a minute. You put away dishes whilst I squish out more of the goop.
Did you wash any of the dishes?
Huh? No, but I put away some of the ones that were dry.
Well, then, plus, you didn't even wash
that
it.
wooden one is washed. Put it in the drying rack.
You washed 8 dishes.
I washed 8. I put away some of the dry ones.
What about all this silverware?
I was getting to that, but then you got a clog.
That's what they all say.
It's all right. There we go. All right, here, you come over here. We're almost there.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, by the way. So remember our first batch of meat and how it tastes like sock?
Yeah, I do remember the sock meat.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. It also kind of smelled like sock.
It did smell like sock and taste like sock.
And remember how the honey brew mead was tangy and tasty?
Yeah.
And it also smelled kind of tangy and tasty?
It's because we used fruit in that one.
I know. So this one smells rather sweet.
That's good.
Indeed, it is good. In fact, I am feeling very, very, what's the word? Optimistic. Sometimes it's hard to remember what it is. Oh my goodness, there's someone from Italy who's watching us.
Wow.
Rondo Tavern, good day to you. Feel free to like and subscribe for more content. And also let the YouTube algorithm know that I am liked. Alright, so... Oh my goodness, this, I think that this cheesecloth has become saturated.
Oh no.
It's alright, because I got more.
Oh no.
I got more. Here, let's just squeeze that through. There we go. Let's get some more cheesecloth. Do you remember where it is?
It's in here.
Oh, in the drawer.
Well, that's where I put
Oh,
it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's actually a very good place to put it.
I know, right? That's
Yeah.
why I put it in there.
I know. It's great. It's
Always
nice
thinking
and
ahead I am.
I like it when we think ahead. It makes me feel like I'm competent. Where did the scissors go? The scissors are over there. It's all right.
Head on that one.
Cut off however much we need. This should be about, that much. Very good. Put that piece of cheesecloth in there and do that for the rest of this growler. Just let that go through. Very good. Yeah. Let me check on the cake. Give it just a little bit more time. The tea is just about done. We are only an hour and 1 minute in,
Ooh.
which I think is...
A new record.
I know, this is actually the closest we've ever been to actually being, done.
Yeah, I know. We're getting efficient.
We're getting more efficient at this. I'm liking that. I'm pleased because a lot of our episodes, most of our episodes usually end up running an hour and a half. And one time we broke the 2 hour mark.
Yeah, well, that was Thanksgiving.
And we had a lot of stuff. But yeah, this is going rather well so far. Just swish that through.
So by the way, when it comes to tea steepage, most people recommend that you only steep it for about 3 minutes. But that's generally when you have either a cup or a 16-ounce cup. So for this one, we have a little bit more than that. But it depends on how strong you like your tea. So the more you steep it, the stronger.
It's going to be fun to get those cinnamon sticks out of there.
Oh boy.
But yeah, the more you steep it.
The more you steep it, the stronger it'll be. It's kind of like coffee. So with this one, I think that we might actually want to take it out.
It's done?
With some tea.
Well, it's funny because the recipe says 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, we're not going to let it sit for 4 hours.
I guess we could.
Especially after what you just said. I trust you more than the recipe, honestly.
Well, that's interesting considering it's only a few cups of tea. We used more than the recipe recommended.
More water, you mean?
Yeah, more water, which is weird. When I worked at the coffee shop, we would make 16-ounce cups of tea, and we would only let them steep for 3 to 5 minutes.
Go figure. Let me check that cake again.
But then again,
and bread rather. Bread. It's bread. It's bread. Bread makes it sound like it's more I don't know, it's more healthy or something. Where'd that chopstick guy?
Chopstick?
Yes! It's right here.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want? Okay. Why
I'm gonna-
already you have a chopstick to test the thing.
Chopstick to test the thing. All right, here.
Test the thing.
Oh, it actually looks kind of. See how it jiggles?
It jiggles.
Oh, it's not ready yet.
It's not still.
But it's closer. Much closer.
Why is this taking so long?
I think it's because we put more cream in there.
Maybe.
Yeah. There's a little bit more cream. The recipe calls for a half a cup of cream.
Our oven sucks?
That is also possible. Bring it up to 400.
Bringing it up.
Bring it up to 400.
We're turning up the heat.
I suspect that it'll be ready in another 5 minutes.
Well, we can try this in the meantime.
We can try this in the meantime. Let me just squeeze the rest of this out of the cheesecloth. Luscious is correct. I think I did put a bit too much of the cream.
You did put in more liquid than it said to.
Yeah, I know. I made a mistake. It's my own fault.
It is your fault.
But it's all right.
It's your fault.
It's all right.
You get another beer.
You're going to get another beer.
Yeah.
You do that. All right. Scooch for, well, dang it.
Do you have a problem with me standing here?
Yeah. I do have a problem with you standing
Maybe
there.
I don't like standing here. Maybe it's just where I like.
Can you not stand there? Can you give me the garbage can?
There you go. Where's the bottle opener?
That's a good question.
Did you lose it?
Maybe. Do
I
you
have
have a
no
problem with me
regrets
losing
about.
things?
I have no regrets about blocking your path now.
Very well. If you insist.
You harlot.
I might want to use this cheesecloth again at some point. So I'm just going to set it over here for a sec.
Cheesecloth.
What?
Reusing your cheesecloth.
Why not?
I mean, I don't know. It just seems weird.
Well, it's going to be for the same meat anyway, so why not?
You lost the bottle opener!
Did I? Or did I merely relocate it?
That's alright.
In
It's
a
right
nondescript position.
I found one.
Oh, you found it. All right.
Actually, I found a different one.
Found a different one.
So hot!
Very well.
Ah!
Ah! All right. Set that here. Take a look at this. Here's our black briar mead, which is a great deal thicker than the other one. It is a thick boy. We might want to strain this a couple more times.
Oh, well, let's try it now.
You want to try straining it now?
No, let's try drinking.
Oh, let's try drinking it now. I'm probably going to want to strain it at least once or twice more. But in the meantime, let us give it a try. So this is our blackbriar mead.
It's blackbriar.
Which involves, you already read it off to them, but read it off again.
Fine.
It involves
6
honey,
ounces of blackberries.
honey, water,
Honey and water is your base.
yeast, obviously.
And yeast. And the other ones are 6 ounces of crushed blackberries, 1 to 2 tablespoons of dried rose hips, half a teaspoon of ground cloves, 1 cinnamon stick, and a dash of salt. And we doubled all of that because we made a gallon, and this is for a half gallon.
Indeed. So,
You want to toast?
I want to smell it first.
It smells like meat.
It smells good. I'm liking the smell. I'm feeling confident. Slancher. Oh, that's
It
good.
is good.
That is tasty.
Mm-hmm.
That came out rather nice. That came out rather nice indeed.
Actually, yeah, that's good.
I'm surprised that the clove comes through.
Yeah, I know.
The clove does come through, and it gives it a little bit of a spicy kick.
Yeah.
But the blackberry is definitely dominant.
Yes.
The blackberry and that sweetness is very dominant. And what else did we put in this? We hibiscus. The hibiscus.
No,
Or not, I'm sorry, rose hips. I don't know why I said hibiscus.
Rose hips.
hips.
Is what we put in there.
Hibiscus is in the tea. We're getting to that. So yeah, the rose hips. I think the rose hips. Well, here's the thing about the rose hips. I'm still not 100% familiar with rose hips because I've only used it twice. And this and one other thing. What was the other thing we used it in? Or was this the only thing we used it in?
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
Rose hips in another thing, so that I become just more familiar with the taste of it.
Mm-hmm. I think this might have been the only thing we used it for.
Apparently, Mark has a ring
Oh,
that is a bottle opener.
no. We used rose hips in snowberry cordial too.
Yes, we did. Right. I still need to become more familiar with rose hips and the taste of it.
Yeah, I mean, snowberry cordial and this, frankly, are both.
That being said, this is very good. Now, what do you think of this in comparison, by the way, to the honey brew mead?
Well, the Skyrim cookbook says that this one is better for like immediate use, whereas the honey brew gets better with age. And
All right.
so far, I think that probably holds up, but we'll see how this one does with age.
Indeed. Let's see how this, because this is new. This is fresh. It's just a month old.
And the honey brew definitely tastes better the older it is.
Indeed.
So Also, the honey brew is a bit more citrusy. It's kind of lighter.
It is. It is definitely lighter.
It's definitely
This one
thicker
definitely
and-
has a thicker taste to it. Definitely has
Thick.
but it definitely has a citrusy bit to it.
Yeah, it does.
I like it.
I like it too.
I like it
I think
indeed.
we might want to check on the bread again.
Indeed. Let's check on the bread. You go over there for a minute.
I will.
And I'm going to check on that bread. All right. I'm liking what I'm smelling. It doesn't smell burnt.
That is good.
Well, this is definitely developing a nice. Ah, why did I stick it into the coffee from this morning?
What?
It's all right. Was it that time I ate a rose?
When did you eat a rose?
Oh no, she's just saying that there was a time that I ate a rose.
You ate a rose?
Yeah.
Why did you eat it?
You don't remember?
Oh, I do remember.
When we made rose pudding.
I do remember.
I felt it was a shame that the rest of the rose would have to go to waste.
So you ate it.
So I ate it. And this is... Oh, that's like 2 more minutes. Just 2 more minutes. Just give it a couple more minutes.
What if I die in the next 2 minutes?
What?
What if I die in the next 2 minutes?
You won't.
How do you know? How do you know?
Because I have faith!
How do you know?
I don't know. That's the point of having faith. Faith is when you don't know, but you believe. All right, tea. Let's put tea in some... What do you want to put our tea in? How are we going to
Put it in a
serve?
mug, obviously.
What, beer mug or a regular mug?
No, a regular mug.
Regular mug?
A regular
I feel like I
mug.
want to put it in a beer mug so that way they can see the color of it.
Well, fine. Do that.
There you are. I'm going to take a beer mug. I'm going to take another beer mug.
It's a little unorthodox. It feels weird, but fine.
Well, eventually I will get some proper Bedouin tea glasses. But until then, we're going to have to settle for IKEA mugs.
All right, ready?
All right, ready. Pour that out. Pour that out. Oh, mine is still hot. Very good, which is a good thing. All right. And some for me as well. Very good. So far, I'm liking the black briar
Mead.
was tasty. Very good. So let's, Slancha, let's try this red mountain flower
Non-alcoholic
tea. That is interesting.
Oh, that is interesting.
That is very interesting.
I don't think we need to steep this for 4 hours. I really
No.
don't. I
This is
think
a good way. It's
that's-
like, it's weird because first of all, the ginger really does come through.
The ginger, I think we actually probably want to use less ginger in the future.
You want to use less ginger in the future?
Less ginger, because it kind of drowns out the hibiscus just a little bit.
Just a little, I can still taste the hibiscus.
You can. Yeah, it's good.
I feel like there should be a bit more of the North spices in
We
there.
forgot to add honey.
We forgot. All right. So in the recipe, it says honey to taste, which could theoretically mean
This could
none.
benefit from honey, though.
This could benefit from honey.
Because hibiscus.
Grab that jar. Let's get
Hibiscus
some
has a
honey in
bit
there.
of a
Let's get
tart
some honey.
taste if you
Where
have
did
it
we
by
get this?
itself.
We got this in upstate, didn't we?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
it from Migliorelli's farm.
Migliorelli's farm. This is a nice little farm.
It's a local business.
Local business upstate, and this has been sitting in the cabinet for a while. Here's the thing about honey. Honey does not go bad, but it will get solid.
Yeah,
So we're gonna have to spoon. Yes, spoon will work. Here, let's just stick a spoon in there.
especially because once you put
Yeah,
it in hot
there we go.
tea,
Yeah, what do you think about that enough?
That's good.
That's good. For you.
So hibiscus and ginger can be a little bit tart. So probably will be a nice compliment.
I feel like I'm not really tasting much of the North spices. I feel like more than a pinch should go in there.
Maybe next time.
Next time, put in like a dash.
Yeah. Well, again, these hibiscus and ginger are both very strong flavors.
Indeed. But that being said, it is doing a fairly good job of clearing out my sinuses.
Oh yes, ginger is very good for your sinuses. If you're sick, I highly recommend ginger tea because it kind of it's an anti-inflammatory, so it'll ease up your sinuses just a bit.
Indeed. I'm liking this though. Here, let's try it with honey.
It's good. I like it. It adds a nice sweet.
Oh yes, I like this a lot. This is nice. This is a delightful little tea,
This would probably also.
and it goes well with the blackberry mead actually.
Yeah.
It's like it pairs well. The honey The Red Flower Mountain tea pairs well with the Blackbriar.
And I think that this would also make an excellent iced tea.
Indeed. Indeed it would. I believe you are correct on that. All right, I believe that bread should be done by now. And we have actually managed to finish today's show then in under an hour and a half, which is nice. All right.
Just barely.
By a bit. Well, here we go. Yeah, that's about done. Let's grab this. Very good. And here you go. Here for now. Close. Pull. Flurf. No. All right, I can do this. You know what we need?
What do we need?
Some kind of trivet.
We do need a trivet.
We need trivets.
We need trivets.
Not tribbles.
Trivets.
Trivets. All right. In the meantime, there. All right. We got our strawberry and cream bread.
We'll cut it up.
Well, I'm gonna stick this in there just to make sure. It's very soft, but it's not liquid.
It's not liquid.
It is solid. It is solid.
Very good.
I believe that we did put a little bit too much cream in there, but we'll know for better for next time. And
Lush says to not cut the bread till it cools.
well, yeah, we should let it cool for a bit. That is
Do
true.
we want to do a part 2?
Huh?
Do we want to do or not a part 2, but like a 1.5?
I don't know. I mean, we usually go into about an hour and a half.
Yes, but also this might take a while to cool.
It will take a little bit to cool, but not very much, like 5 minutes.
Are you sure?
Do you think we can stall for 5 minutes? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Luscious? How long will this take
Lush,
to
tell
cool?
us how long it takes to cool. On average, I guess.
We shall wait for her advice, because she knows what she's doing. We don't. We're musicians.
We're out of things to cook.
What?
We're out of things to make.
I know. I mean, it's like, but, I mean, we can keep talking about how good the Blackbriar meat is.
We can only do that for so long.
I don't know. I can keep drinking this for a while. We got a gallon on it.
At least 15 minutes.
At least 15 minutes. So you know what? I think we will call it for now.
Mm-hmm.
And in another 15 minutes, we'll go live on Facebook Live. And
taste it then. It kills the texture too.
It does, which is why it does need to sit and cool for a while. Sitting it and letting it cool.
I say let's give it 20 minutes at least.
Oh, indeed. Indeed, to be true. So, good gentles all, thank you very much for joining us. We shall be going live again on Facebook Live in about 20 minutes.
And we shall also be going live on YouTube on Saturday at 9 Eastern.
And
catch us then for music.
And also at Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
2 in the afternoon.
And if you enjoyed the show, feel free to click the like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that they that you like us and that we are liked. And
become a patron if
become
you
a
want to
patron.
see
Subscribe for more content
of these episodes, or if you want to get some more exclusive content,
or vote on stuff.
Or you can buy our album on Bandcamp or make
Bandcamp
any donation that you want.
Indeed. And we shall see you all in about 20 minutes on Facebook to taste this strawberry and cream bread, which I'm very, very, it smells fantastic.
It does smell very good.
It does smell very good. And I'm very, very, very much looking forward to cutting into this. So yeah, we'll see you soon.